Hello everyone, my name is Jacqueline. Welcome back to my channel, and as promised, I made a little mini tutorial to show you how to set up your GitHub, connecting your local project to the GitHub database. And so essentially that way you can share your work, be proud of it, and back up your code, etc. And before we dive into that, a little bit outline. And of course, there's something before it too. So other than setting up your GitHub, we're also going to cover just the basic commands that will show up in today's tutorial. Before I bore you, I promise these are the only ones that will be mentioned. So very quickly, mkdir, make directory. How do we translate it? Make a new folder, which in computer world, we tend to call it directory. And CD is something that I kind of like change directory, and it allows you to jump one layer or several layers of folders, and you will see this in the actual type-ins. And there's at the end. This is relatively new to me, and we gotta love the learning, right? And so basically, it allows multiple actions to be done all at once in one line. And there's also something right here, echo. So echo can actually mean a lot of things, but in this scenario, it's basically calling out whatever's in this quote. Gotta love that one-liner, and direct that content. Gotta love one-liner into a file that we called readme.md. So readme.md is something that you want to have in your GitHub project because it's basically the landing page that introduce your project, your goal, and what's the fun, exciting things that happen in your project. That's something you want to have. So remember, there's that readme.md. And so another example, echo whatever you want to put into a file, and then direct them into name your file. The grammar basically goes echo quotation marks, arrows, target location. Okay, before I bore you, let's X out of this. And I'm gonna set it aside just to be a little cheat sheet for you before I do that. Okay, reminder. So the first thing that you want to do before we start before you start following my tutorial, make sure you sign up an account at GitHub, of course. And then I would also post this link again in the description box below. You want to generate a new SSH key and adding it to the SSH agent. Okay, I got it. So essentially, this is one way to allow your computer to communicate, basically like log in, remembering your credential, so you don't have to type in your password and everything every time you do something. And so, yeah, remember to do this already. And so, yeah, remember that you do have a profile already, and we can begin this part. So remember mkdir, sorry, I meant to mention. That happens. So cd ... means you go back one layer. Remember, cd means you change directory. And right now I'm already in a folder, which I don't want. So I want to go back to the previous layer. You do cd ... and go back. Notice that right now I'm in here. If I cd ... it's gone. And this curly, or we call it bacon or something, yeah, it's basically your home directory already. And dir, make a directory test2. And there you go. You made, okay, I'm introducing more than I already told you. But if you do ls, then you can see, oh, it's created one of the folders. And then we do cd test tube. Nothing is in there because we haven't done anything, right? So one thing that I basically didn't do is you can also be a little bit lazy or be a cool kid. You can also do this in one line. Remember, make a folder, and, and then you cd test tube. That would also get you into create a folder, and get into that folder. All right, but I'm not going to do it right here because I'm already in the folder. All right, and so there, we're done for this part. Moving on to GitHub. And so get into your profile, and then on the right corner, top right corner, there's a plus sign. Click on that. New repo. Yeah, it's a shorthand. New repository, we call it repo. And let's name it the same way, test tube. And don't check anything. Decide if you want it to be public or private. But remember, don't check anything. That way you will actually have this nice little cheat sheet. So since we only created a folder, we haven't done anything. So let's follow this side. This is something that I used to do a lot when I was still a newbie, that I don't have everything on top of my head. And GitHub is so sweet. They have this cheat sheet for you. They even make this little function, clipboard. Click on it. Then it's been copied, and go back to your terminal. And then right click, paste, or you can do shortcut Command V. And there you go. See, like they've got everything for you. And in the back end, they also did all these for you. And so basically it was like creating a README file. And in that README file, put hashtag test tube into the file. And we'll see that in a little bit. And just a little walkthrough. So everything that when you're doing something in your terminal and you want to tell GitHub that, oh, this is for you, and you have Git. You're initializing, you're basically initializing the local repo right here when you type in Git init. And then git add is something you do when you want to add a new file, telling Git that I want to notify you that we have this file that I want to be pushed to GitHub. So that's basically after doing all these. Let's not forget about this one. So you git add, git commit, committing that, okay, I'm gonna let you know I'm pushing this to you. That's the final one, push. So this is something you basically, after a while, you will just totally remember that add, commit, and push. And the remaining part, these two, you'll only do this once every time when you first create a repo. So, as I promised, let's go check it out. Test tube. So it's already connected. And remember, we created a readme.md, this file. And in that file, we have test tube. Remember, because we add it right here. So it shows up in your, magically shows up there. And something that worthwhile mentioning is, see, here's a little note for yourself done by here. So when you're committing something from your local to GitHub, if you do this -n, it's basically like a message that you want to attach to this action, and telling it, this is my first commit. And this is really handy because when your project grows and you want to remember what action, what did you do? What was your intention? So that's where you can like set a little reminder, oh, I did this because of something. So there you have it. You've created your first repo, communicated with the coders world for the first time. Yay! And so thanks for watching, and let me know if there's any questions because this is my second video. I might have just not make much sense, and your comments will actually help me improve. Thank you. Have a great day.